Well, we've entered into the next phase, and let me show you what they've got accomplished so far. So today is September 13th, and we just came to check on things, and check it out. Our fireplace is framed. Let me show you a couple different angles here. So there is our fireplace. So when you walk in the door, that'll be there. And then, so now I'm standing in the kitchen. There it is. Ah, looks so cool. And the other big stuff that they've gotten quite a bit done today is plumbing. This was their first day on plumbing. So here is the plumbing for the sinks in the guest bath. There's 2 sinks in here. They've done all these drain. They've installed all these where all the toilets go. Basically, throughout the house, they've done all this today. Well, we're back shopping again. We are at one of the countertop stone granite and marble warehouses to go look at a slab that was sent in from Seattle, because the one that I selected long time ago is no longer available. So they have another one that they shipped, so we're gonna go take that out and just kind of look around again and redo our kitchen and bathrooms. So this is what we're looking at. It's the same like name and kind of the original one, but the coloring and pattern slightly different, but still similar. But this is what we're looking at for part of the kitchen, and then thinking of combining that with another countertop surface material to do a couple different options. But this is called Azul Imperial. It's quartzite, and it has just the most beautiful veining. I'm obsessed. We're checking to see though how much material they have, because I don't know if that's going to be enough material to cover our kitchen. Yay, good news. It's enough square footage for what we need. So this beautiful thing is our kitchen. It's gonna be... It is September 23rd, and they have done so much over the last week or two. So let me show you what we got here. The house wrap has been done, and they have gotten our front and our back decks all framed out. I think that we're gonna do the stairs coming down this way, but here is our front deck, and then let me walk around and show you the back deck from the back side. So here we are walking around to the back, and that is our bedroom deck right there. And then it connects right here at this corner, and then goes around to the back deck for the living room and kitchen. And then back here, we're gonna do some steps coming down this way. And here is the back deck. So I have already started planning what's gonna go back here for furniture. Very excited to get this furnished out here. So this is looking out the kitchen window, or slider. And then here's the living room side. And then if you go that way, that goes to our bedroom. Here's the front door deck. They won't be putting up the little Trex deck planks until later on in the build, so they don't mess that up while they're still working on the house. And here's our deck coming out our master bedroom. They've also been finishing up all the plumbing, HVAC, and tomorrow actually we're meeting with the electrician to go over all the placements for the lighting as well as the electric outlets. But here we are in our master bathroom. So here's plumbing for both of our sinks. And then here in the shower, all the different shower heads. They've also built this like platform up for the bathtub to sit on. And then this floor will be raised up, so it's all one level. But there's the drain and plumbing getting set for the bathroom, or the bathtub. They've gotten our kitchen plumbing in here. There's our vent for our range, refrigerator. Here's our guest bath with the 2 sinks, and they've also already installed the bathtub in here. So that's pretty cool. Gonna be a little bathtub shower combo. They've also installed the floor vents. So we have these around the house and they place these by a window. There's a couple more floor vents. Here's some of the AC ductwork that's going in. There's the washer and dryer for the apartment. And then they also have a few places for, this is for the return air, right?
Yeah, that's where I want
the return air. So there's one. And then we've got one here in this guest bedroom. There's our connections for our washer and dryer in here. And then we've got this vent right here. This is coming into the utility room. Our hot water heater is going to be right here. And they've been running all the plumbing and HVAC stuff down here in the basement. So, oh, they've actually already got our insulation here. That's new. And then they've run all the ductwork and plumbing down here. If we ever finish this out, we'll probably leave the ductwork exposed, give it kind of a little industrial look there. The other thing they started this week, and they should be wrapping that up probably by, I would say tomorrow or the next day, is our roof. We've got all of our shingles. That side's completed. This little section started. The middle, it looks like it's totally done. And then they've started down there on our master. So that should be finished soon. We went with a black shingle, and I think it is, let me think. I forget how many pounds he said, but it's like very, very durable roof. But we decided to go this route instead of metal because it saved like $20,000. So another thing they said about metal is it's a lot slicker. So when you get a heavy snow load, and then let's say if it rains, it could slide off of your roof. So this will keep it from sliding a little bit better. So I'm actually leaving for Texas in a few days, and I'm going to be out of town for 10 days. And I think over that time is when they're going to be working on all the electrical rough-ins. And I'm not sure what else all they'll be doing. Maybe insulation. But I'll be gone. I think our windows are supposed to be delivered and installed while I'm gone. So I'm going to be pretty excited to get back and then see all the progress. They've still got to lay concrete here for the apartment's patio. We came out here a couple nights ago and there were 17 turkeys that were walking all right in here. We were just standing here watching them. They didn't even care that we were here. Well, it is the day before I leave for Texas. I have to be at the airport at like 4 a.m. tomorrow morning, so wanted to come and check on the house. They finished the roof today, and let me show you here. We've got our roof. Looks really good. It's kind of hard to see with all the shadows, but it is done. And we met with the electrician yesterday and walked through the house to figure out where we're going to put all of our outlets and lighting and all that good stuff. So that's done. We got some of our exterior doors delivered. So this is, well, I don't know which particular door this is, but it's either the utility room door or the apartment door, and they've got to paint it. So we're going to do black exterior doors, and they've got the 3 little windows. I think those are just precious. And there's the other ones. We have 2 of those. And then, whoa, I don't know what door this is. Oh, that is our front door. Just kidding. So that's covered up. So our front door has 3 little, or windows there. So that's our front door, and that will also be painted black. And then we have our basement doors delivered also. Here's our basement doors in here. Nothing fancy, just solid French doors. One other thing we met with our superintendent about yesterday was to talk about insulation, and they advised to do an upgraded insulation. It's called a bib system, and basically it just adds like a thicker barrier and insulation that's going to save on our energy bills and all that good stuff. So we've kind of debated on doing that. He said it was definitely well worth it. It would pay itself off. So we are going to go ahead and do that, but that's going to be like on the exterior walls. It was about $2,700 upgrade, but it'll pay for itself over the years. So we are going to go ahead and do that. And then there's a couple walls inside, and I might have mentioned this in past videos, but we're going to add, so this is the wall from the man cave to my mother-in-law's apartment. We're gonna go ahead and add this, like, I don't know what kind of insulation it is, but it's like basically a sound wall for sound barrier. So we're gonna do that between these two rooms, and then also do that same sound barrier wall between the master bedroom and the living room. So that's
little car right there with a little side pocket on it. Well, you used to drive.
I know, but I got no kids anymore.
Gabe?
No, he's done. He was done.
Well, I'm back from Texas, and not only is the weather much, much cooler, but we have windows. Let me show you, and our doors. So there's our kitchen window. So these two bottom pieces crank open, and here's our front door. Looks so good. They're not going to take the film off until the house is pretty much done to protect the windows while they're working. So but they've gotten everything except for 2 windows done in the house. Our sliding doors are on back order, of course. So we're just waiting on those, but all of the windows that go above the sliding doors have been installed. Let me show you those. Here they are. So we're just waiting on our sliders throughout the house, but all the other windows are in, and except for 2 windows, one in my mother-in-law's kitchen above her sink, and then one right here in our bathroom, but all of the other ones are in. Here's our bathroom. We did that little transom window up there. The electrician is also almost done. They've gotten all of our can lights installed throughout the house and where all the light fixtures are gonna go. So that's gonna be pretty cool. We did the kitchen and living room area in this great room. We're gonna put those on dimmer lights. And then we also did dimmers in our bedroom, our bathroom, as well as the cave is what we're calling it now. Here's the cave, but here's all of our lights. And then we've got some places there for a pendant light, chandelier, whatever we're gonna do in there. And then they've also got all the outlets installed for plugs, also for light switches. That's all done. So they really knocked that out fast. I thought that was gonna take a couple weeks, and they pretty much knocked it out within like 3 days. But here's these 2 windows. Here's our front door from the inside. I think it looks so cool. I can't wait to see it with all the plastic film taken off. And I want to show you how these windows crank open, because most of the windows, except for like the big stationary ones, open up. Open that. I love the crank. It reminds me of just like those old school windows, but they're modern. But they do that on both sides, so you get a really good breeze coming through here. Here's all the wiring done for switches and outlets. We got lots of plugs. Note to self, if you have an opportunity to choose where you want plugs, put them everywhere. Better to have too many than not enough. Here's what they look like from the outside. They're black casing, double pane window, and these are pretty dang big. I think they're 5 feet tall and 3 feet wide. So that's the size for the bedroom windows. Our kitchen window is also 5 feet long. That's the same kind as the bedroom right there, 5 by 3. I almost forgot to show you, here's our side door, and it's the same door as on the apartment. It's got the 3 little windows. Coming here to the mudroom and pantry, we got these can lights that all line up down this hallway. Here's the guest bedroom number 2. And we're not doing a fan in here. We just did 2 can lights there and 2 can lights up in that loft, and we went ahead and put a plug up there. So if we ever make that into a loft, it's ready to go. I think the cave is gonna be my favorite room in the house. We got the slider there that goes out to the patio, the deck, and then we got that big window right there.
Here, right? But say look.
I lied, this is my favorite room in the house. So I'm standing in the kitchen corner, and then you can see out those two sliders, this window here, fireplace is there, and then we got our kitchen window here. Yeah, this is my favorite corner of the house. There's my mother-in-law's door. So we're still waiting on her slider and her kitchen window, which she got the same kind of kitchen window that we got. And then her bedroom window is already in right there. Those windows look so sick from the outside too. I can't wait till we get the sliders. Hello guys. So today is October 21st and wanted to fill you in on what's been going on over the last couple weeks. So we had our electrical inspection as well as our framing inspection last week, and with the electrical inspection, so they had finished all the electrical up and had to come out. Apparently there is a brand new code that there has to be an exterior disconnect. We have two different breaker boxes, and they required us now to do a disconnect on the exterior of the house, which really kind of dumbfounded everybody. That didn't make any sense because we have our disconnect right over there on the pedestal, but they required it to be on the exterior of the house. So they had to come out, redig all this, and bring these two disconnects out here on the exterior of the house. So they finished that up this week. We also have disconnects inside the house. So really now we have 3 different disconnects, which is overkill and really seems completely unnecessary, but code is code. Here's the interior breaker boxes with the disconnects there. So that's one thing that we had to do. And then today, actually, they just finished up all of the insulation around the exterior walls. We got our sound walls in, but you can see they've got all that in the ceiling. We went ahead and did an upgraded, they call it a bib system. It should lower our electric bills. It should keep, you know, the climate inside the house much better. And it's got this little fabric here on the outside of that. And then that pink stuff there is another specific type of insulation for soundproofing between our house and the apartment. So we did it on that wall, and we did it on the wall between our living room and our master bedroom. So we just did it, the sound wall in those 2 areas, and then the bib system is on all the exterior walls. So that just got finished up today. They've also finished framing out the fireplace and closing that in. So that's looking pretty good here. All of our sliders are installed. We're just waiting on the window company to come back and install the glass. Let me show you here. So it's missing these glass panels on the sides of the sliders. So we're just waiting on them to come back and do that. And then we will officially be fully dried in. We are pretty dang close to calling it dried in. So that's all we're waiting for there. And then we're waiting on, I believe, one more window that is right through here. This was an addition, kind of a late addition after we had ordered our window package, but this is the window in the bathroom above the vanity. So we're just waiting on that to come in, but lots of progress. We're waiting on the building inspection now, which should be scheduled next week. And then they're going to be starting all the exterior siding as well as sheetrock, like drywall, sheetrock, all that stuff inside. And then that's going to be a really, really big turning point. Things are going to be really starting to come together once sheetrock starts going up, and then all the finishes are going to start coming inside. So I think we're finally getting on the downhill slope of this house. Here's another thing. We went ahead and had them frame a little box around where the vent's going to go for the range, just to add a little bit more height, because that range hood that's going to be there kind of looked like it was just floating on the wall. So we had him build a little frame box around that. And then we've also ordered or found someone to supply the wood for our open shelving. We're going to do a blue pine shelving, open shelving around in the kitchen. So we've got that ordered, and we're just trying to figure out when and how many shelves we're going to install for the kitchen, but that'll be a while because we want to wait until the cabinets have been delivered and installed, and probably go ahead and get our appliances installed too, and then figure out how many shelves we want to do. They've also poured some more dirt and gravel and compacted this outside all of the doors because we're going to have concrete pads coming out the doors. And then they added this little retaining wall. I'll jump down here. Right outside the utility room door. They've added a few little rocks there and here, and just kind of built up that dirt. The stairs are going to go down right there. Actually, I think it's going to be really cool because it's kind of setting me up for some cool landscaping ideas. And we are also going to be building, or not building, but like they're going to be doing like a parking pad up here, because it doesn't look like it, but this is actually a pretty steep slope. So for winter, you know, we're going to have a lot of snow and ice out here. So we need areas for parking and easy to access. So from where I'm standing, even just to the top of the driveway there is about, I'd say probably 4 or 5 feet drop off at least. So what we're going to be doing is building this up, adding more dirt and gravel, about 35 feet or so across here. And there will be another retaining wall with the boulders, which have just been delivered. They're going to be doing another retaining wall up here, so when you come up that driveway, there'll be like a flat parking area right here. And we're trying to revisit doing a driveway. Got that quote, and it was like $25,000, which is just crazy. So again, it was going to be coming from that direction up the hill and around, and then coming up this area here. So we're going to wait on that for now. So with that said, we decided to go ahead and invest a little bit. It's gonna be about $5,000, but we're gonna go ahead and do that parking pad just to have something, and we can still access our house through that driveway right there for now. So this is the ALU back patio, so that's also been prepped. It's all under this tarp right now to keep it kind of dry, but they've compacted all that gravel and it's ready to pour for concrete. And then coming back here, they've prepped that area. There will be a concrete landing pad there, and that's where the staircase is going to come down off of the back deck. All right, not sure if you're going to be able to see this in the camera or not, but we have finally finalized all of the exterior siding colors. So this right here is called Natural Redwood Stain. This is going to be for the cedar siding outside as well as the soffit, and we're doing tongue and groove ceilings in the living room and kitchen great room area. So that's the color we decided on that. Outside we're doing Trex decking, and so this is really the only option we had in the price range that we're in. So it kind of looks black here, but it's a really dark like charcoal gray. There were only 3 colors within our prices and budget to choose from, so we went with that dark gray, which will be nice because it contrasts really well with the rest of the siding. And then the board and batten siding that we're doing around the house, we're going to paint it in this color gray. It's called Tin Lizzie, and which is kind of cool because Dave's grandmother's name was Lizzie, so kind of meant to be on that one. And then this is just a picture on my cell phone, so kind of hard to see, but this is the stone that we're doing in different accents around the exterior, as well as the fireplace inside is going to be that same stone. And we're also not pictured here, but we're going to have a little accent wall in a black metal. So that's the kind of overall look of the outside of the house. It's changed quite a bit from last year, but I think we're pretty happy with our selections. All right, it's November 9th and we just got back out to the house to check on a couple things. We've got to check some samples of drywall texture and check it out. They're building our parking pad. It's hard to tell what's going on right now, but this is gonna be like a little parking area up there at the top. And so they gotta build up this retaining wall. So that's what they're working on today. And it'll come down probably to about this area, and then all that should be relatively flattened out for a little parking area. We also got some gravel spread out right here for a little parking area in front of the utility door. They just spread it out and kind of like, not totally compacted it down because that was quite a bit of extra money, and we just needed something temporary for now to get through the build. And then eventually when we figure out our parking and driveway arrangements, we'll come back and do this better later, but at least that'll give us something so it doesn't turn into a complete mud pit out here. All right, now we're walking through the house, and wow, the sheetrock makes such a difference in here. They've got all the sheetrock done, taped and floated. All the screws are covered up. We did pass our sheetrock inspection, which I didn't even realize we had a sheetrock inspection, but Kootenai County does require that. So we passed that, and here, coming into the great room. This is really cool too because we're gonna be painting white walls. So this gives a really good idea of kind of the feel of how it's gonna be with white walls. Very light, bright, open. We are pretty much technically dried in. They still have not come back to install the glass for the sides of the slider, so we're still waiting on that. But other than that, we are dried in. What else? They've gotten fans out here, so it's pretty warm in here, but they had to bring these heaters in here to dry all this stuff. So those have been running 24/7 for probably about a week now. And supposedly our drywall texture options are right in here somewhere, but I'm not. Never mind, they're right in front of me. Imperfect Smooth, that was the name of that texture. So basically, it's kind of hard to tell in this, but it's very, very smooth here, and then every once in a while you have a little bit of texture. So that's one option. The second option is the skip trowel, which they suggested to do for the ceilings. I personally like this. Dave didn't like this. He likes orange peel, and I don't like orange peel, so we're at a dilemma. But I think what we're gonna do is do the skip trowel on the ceiling, and that helps with the glare and stuff from what our superintendent said. And then maybe do this Imperfect Smooth for the walls. I also brought our sample of wood that is stained. I probably didn't do a great job staining, but that's gonna be the tongue and groove ceilings to go up here. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video here. So next they're gonna be doing drywall. They're gonna be installing the exterior siding, soffits. I think the tongue and groove ceilings in the ceiling, you know, paint, all that good stuff. So we're moving. I think we're in the final stages. Like, all the exciting little details are about to happen. So I'll probably do maybe 1 or 2 other videos before, or at least 1 video probably before the final reveal when the house is done. So as of right now, we are on schedule to be in the house probably 1st or 2nd week of January is what it looks like right now. So we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching, and let us know if you have any questions. Bye.